baby. Docula. What's one relationship, man, you got to be black and white with, man? Black and white. This one relationship. What's cracking, everybody? Money Smart guy Matt Sapala here, hailing to you from the Money Smart Whip here in the Escalade. Just driving back from an appointment from downtown to Wrigley. Just was in a shocking conversation with a couple people, a business owner, and also through the weekend. I just wanted to share this thought with you guys. I don't normally go Facebook Live on Mondays, but I figured I'd do it today because we got a week full of social media content we're putting out, and I just want to let you guys know what's on my mind right now, how to be money smart, how you guys can be more money smart, and at the same time too, be in a position where you can see what we're producing every Wednesday, Thursday live videos, because we got a whole bunch of stuff that we're going to be producing in terms of interviews with veterans, veteran entrepreneurs doing some big things in business, a lot of military veterans being smart with money, a lot of military veterans transitioning into entrepreneurship, a lot of exciting stuff, man. I think it's an area, a niche, and a sector that a lot of people don't know about. And you know, we were leaders in combat, we're leaders in the military. We need to be leaders right now in the civilian world. And just a lot of guys don't know that there's a lot of leaders out there that are entrepreneurs that just happen to be veterans, happen to be in the Air Force, Marines, Army. And for example, the song I was just playing to begin this live stream was a guy named Doc Illa. I don't know if you guys can see that, but Doc Illa is a veteran. He's an artist right here in Chicago, and we're working on some projects on spoken word, working some projects on some videos that we're doing. But major talent, man. So listen, man, excited to be with you guys. Hello for you guys logging in, man. And I just had this thought in my mind today that I just wanted to share with you, because just running to a lot of people this weekend. And for example, you know, the subject of money and retirement and financial security keeps coming up. Why? Financial resolutions. People want to get on their financial game in 2018 and say, you know what? What's going on, Vanessa? You know, and people say, Matt, I really want to get on my finances. I really want to get ahead. And great. So I asked them a very basic question. Well, what are you tucking away? Because savers are players, right? Because the next recession is coming. The next opportunity is coming. You need to be tucking some money away. So therefore, when the next big thing comes and you know how to analyze through a process of education, you know how to jump on this opportunity. Are you saving any money? And so, well, listen, I got my game plan up. Well, so what are you saving? I say, I'm saving $400 a month. I said, great, that's $200 a paycheck. He says, what's your goal though? He says, I need to have about $750,000 to $1 million tucked away by the time I retire. I said, bro, you realize $400 ain't gonna get you much anywhere. He says, what are you talking about? I said, just do the math. $400 a month times 10 times 12 months times 10 years. That's $48,000. $48,000 times 20 years, that's $96,000. What do you think $96,000 is going to do, even if you earn a decent rate of return, 5, 7, 10% rate of return? What do you think $96,000 is going to do? Do you think it's going to miracle itself up to $750,000 to $1 million? He says, no, I didn't think about that. He says, well, you went on this path of saving money. You never worked out the math beforehand. Nobody ever educated you beforehand to do it. He says, no, I just thought it was the right thing to do. I said, it is, but your math is off. For those of you that need to go from destination in your car, what do you guys have in your phone? You have a GPS, right? So if you need to go from point A to point B, and you don't necessarily know the directions to get there, but you at least know the address. So you at least know the end point, right? And then the GPS just tells you the different routes in which to get there. So let's transfer that to money. So one honest relationship you have to have is the honest relationship you have to have with your money, your finances. It's got to be black and white, no color, no emotion, because numbers don't lie. Numbers tell you the truth. Numbers tell you reality. So therefore you can change. So therefore you can start identifying opportunities. So therefore you can start educating yourself on what an opportunity looks like. Would you agree? By the way, guys, you guys are logging in right now. I'm just saying hello to you guys. If you haven't done so already, please mash that like button. Please drop a comment. Let me know where you're from. please share this video. If you want your friends to be honest with money, to be honest with their finances, share this video on your profile. Because if they're not honest with their money, guess who they want to be honest with? You. Can I borrow some money? Can I lean on you? Can I depend upon you? Listen, if people in your life aren't honest with finances, they're going to be dependent upon you. And then I ran across another entrepreneur. This guy he started a restaurant. I said, great. What's the dream? What's the end goal? He says, bro, this looks like a cool spot. I just started a restaurant. What were you doing beforehand? You know, I was in construction. Awesome. So he took all his construction savings, built out his restaurant, dumped it all into the restaurant, and just because he puts a sign on the front, he thinks he's got a good corner spot. By the way, if you don't know that already, corner spots in terms of real estate are the most expensive square footage in real estate in terms of renting from a landlord. That's why you want to rent somewhere in the middle, not the corner spot. And next thing you know, the guy's dropping $30,000 a month, of which $11,000 is just pure rent. The other $5,000 in light and gas, especially here in Chicago. You got to heat a place, got to cool a place. And then I'm not even talking about payroll, about servers and bartenders and his vendors. Bro, did you do any planning beforehand? He goes, no, I thought it was the right thing to do. I saw a couple of people doing it. I said, bro, it's costing you $30,000 a month. It's $360,000 a year. Who was honest with you? Who was honest with you before you made this decision? He goes, nobody. Well, are you honest with yourself now? He said, I have to be because I got to pay the bills. It's kind of late right now, especially if you sign a 5-year, 7-year, or 10-year lease. So just my thought today, it's gonna be a long video, but just my thought today, especially Monday. Some of you are coming off of work right now, probably frustrated with what you're getting paid. You're probably frustrated even more so what you're tucking away or not tucking away. You know, paydays for most of you guys is Thursday because it's February 1st. Are you honest with yourself when it comes to finances? And are you honestly saying, you know what? You know, some people say, Matt, I'm comfortable. Comfortable? What does that mean? According to USA Today, a person that's supposed to be comfortable with a family and kids, and they're putting money away for a vacation, they're putting money away for retirement, they're paying their taxes, they got a decent house, right? They're honest with themselves with bills. It's approximately $125,000 to $130,000 a year to be comfortable. So when I run across people who are earning $50,000, $70,000, $100,000 a year, and they tell me they're comfortable, the question I got to ask myself is, Matt, are you honest with yourself? Are you sure? Because here's the thing with numbers. That's why this video is black and white. Numbers don't lie. Numbers are honest. Numbers aren't emotional. It will tell you the truth. You know, and by the way, I remember, you know, being told this when I was younger. If you're watching this video, you happen to be in your 20s. What do your older relatives tell you? You better put your money away. You better tuck your money away. You better save it for an opportunity. You need to save it for a rainy day, right? But in your 20s, what are you thinking about? You're thinking about having a good time. You're thinking about clothes. You're thinking about going to the clubs. You're thinking about looking good. That's what you're thinking about. You're not thinking about tucking money away. And then you wake up, next thing you know, you're 25. Next thing you know, wake up, you're 30 years old. And the money that you should have tucked away in your early 20s, you got to double that up. And because you're looking good and you're going out, chances are you got some kids. You're being fruitful and multiplying. Now you got a house. And you're scratching your head and says, man, I'm 30 years old. Let me just wait on tucking some money away because I got some bills to pay. And then you're not honest with yourself, and even in your 30s. You're fooling yourself, hanging out with some friends that were your weekend buddies. So right now you're weekend buddies. What are you guys doing right now? You're texting each other. What are we doing this weekend? Man, that was a bomb club this weekend. Listen, your weekend buddies aren't going to be your real buddies in the long term. How do I know that? Listen, myself and a bunch of other guys that were in their 20s too as well before the social media era, we're now in our 30s and 40s, some in our 50s. We don't hang out with our weekend buddies. But here's what the numbers tell me. We dropped a lot of money in clubs. How do I know that? Because the numbers don't lie. We're honest with where our money went. And those friendships and those relationships, I got this round, you got next round, those relationships were superficial. And I'm telling you, because I used to be a server also and a bartender. Because the numbers don't lie, man. And I'm just encouraging you guys to say, you know what? If you're running a business, thinking about starting a business, be honest with yourself. Put the numbers down. Put together a spreadsheet. Find out what things cost. And here's the solution for a lot of things. You want to be honest? Here's a solution for a lot of things. You want me to be honest with you? Here's a solution for a lot of things. Checking your ego, laying down your pride a little bit, and saying, you know what? I don't know everything. I got to know what I don't know. I got to find out who's smarter than me, because if I am the smartest guy in my group of friends, if I'm the smartest guy or gal in my friends and family, I'm the know-all, be-all, man, that's a scary place to be, right? So you got to be around people that make you feel uncomfortable. I remember having a conversation with my buddy John Mason last year. We're in Florida. A bunch of entrepreneurs are getting together. A bunch of business partners are getting together. I said, dude, what'd you bring in this month? The guy said, I brought in 30 grand. What'd you bring in this month? Man, I brought in 50 grand. Hey, Matt, what'd you bring in? You know, she and I, we brought in 70, 80 grand. What'd you bring in? I brought in 40 grand. Hey, Mason, what'd you bring in? He goes, 20 grand. Like, bro, 20 grand around a bunch of his friends is balling. But around a bunch of guys that's around like us, people he's reaching up to and being uncomfortable with, he became honest with himself. Because he realized that based on where he wants to go, the honesty and clarity of how he wants to love and take care of his parents, $20,000 a month with a business and his own bills and reinvesting back to himself isn't a lot of money. And so I would encourage you guys that honesty is the best policy with your finances, to be real with yourself. And if you are in a relationship or would like to have a relationship that you would like to have for the long term, that there ain't no romance unless there's finance, right? There's a lot of problems you will have in your relationship, but my prayer and hope and encouragement with you is that money is not one of those problems. If you haven't plugged into a community, if you haven't plugged in with a group of people that makes you feel uncomfortable and make you feel honest with your finances, make sure you like this video. Not only like this video, but you like our page, because we're gonna be bringing you honesty, we're gonna be bringing you clarity, we're gonna be giving you some fun, we're gonna be giving you some hard truths, we're gonna be giving some value, we're gonna bring a lot of how-to videos this year. We're gonna bring a lot of people within our community on interviews, live stream, so you can learn from some of them too as well. And by the way, if you haven't done so already, please drop a comment and share this video too as well. If you want to be honest with finance and you want the people around you to be honest with their finances too as well. And for those of you that already done that, I appreciate that. By the way, if you haven't done so, we've got an email blast going out. I'm giving out some prizes tomorrow that we're going to be awarding on Thursday. But if you haven't joined our email list yet, make sure you subscribe to our email list on our website at moneysmartguy.com. Because what do we got raffling off? I've got a special book from Coach John Calipari that he signed himself. Coach John Calipari, the coach from University of Kentucky. I'm raffling off that book. I've got a book that the personal trainer to Michael Jordan, Tim Grover, signed for me. I'm going to give that to you guys. Matter of fact, it's just not a signed book. It's just not a signed book. It's my original notes from his book. The guy that trained Michael Jordan for 15 years. You're going to get my original book, my original notes from Tim Grover and how he built his empire and how it helped us build a 7-figure income. So you're going to get that from me as well if you join our email list. And if you're watching this on YouTube, search for Money Smart Guy. If you're watching this on YouTube, or go to somewhere here on the screen and mash the subscribe button and notification button for the next time our videos go out. Because we're building our social media community big time this year. We started last year in January 2017. By the way, we're close to 3,000 subscribers, so I appreciate you guys for commenting on our page and dropping me your thoughts and subscribing. And for those of you that have been giving us a lot of feedback, I appreciate that. But listen, PHP Agency and the Money Smart Movement team, we're doing a lot of big things this year in 2018. The directive by a lot of us is, listen, 20 of us are going to run $1 million business in 2018. When we do that, not if, but when we do that, our CEO is going to be taking us to Italy, to the Ferrari factory for a tour with 3 of our friends and family members. And we get to pick up our keys to a brand new Ferrari. How's that for incentive to 2018? In addition to that, he's going to give us some major cash bonuses ranging from 50 grand to $200,000 in bonuses. Oh my goodness gracious. So let me park here so I can close out this video so I can do this safely so nobody's worried whether or not I'm talking and driving at the same time. Speaking of which, guys, you know, listen, there's a lot of things that has happened in life, and because certain people didn't take urgency in their life, they're behind in their finances. They became a burden to the people that they love and care about. And Richard Love, where are we meeting up, man? I got a quick appointment to run into here real quick, but I should be free in about 45 minutes, Rich. I'll give you a text. But my encouragement to you guys, man, as I said earlier, if you guys are joining us right now, is I'm imploring you guys, America is already great. Trump doesn't need to help us to make America great again. We are already great. Greatness is within inside you. Greatness is within inside all of us. For those that choose to make a decision, be honest with ourselves and follow through and stay committed to that decision. I've never ran into somebody that went in and out of a decision. Checked in, checked out. Never committed to anything. Commitment this is my definition of commitment. Commit to your finances, commit to your relationships, commitment to the promises that you make. Commitment is sticking with the decision long after the emotion of which you made the decision wears off. Stay committed to your finances. Be honest. Be black and white. Be honest. Be truthful. And you will be surprising yourself with the answers that you come up with in being real with your money. And that will start turning your financial life around in 2018. How do I know? That's what happened to me. That's what happened to a lot of my business partners. And that's what happened a lot. That's what happened a lot to the people that we love and care about. When we decide to be honest with them, have an honest, heart-to-heart conversation. It doesn't need to be in a group, but it's an honest conversation with ourselves and the people love and care about on a consistent basis, so you get the results that you're looking for. So that being said, guys, thanks for tuning in. I got to run to an appointment right now, and wishing you an awesome week ahead. Go crush it. Go smash it. For those of us in the PHP Agency family, I appreciate you guys. I'll see you guys at Phone Zone later on tonight. And for the rest of you guys just tuning in right now that don't know who I am, that doesn't know what the Money Smart Guy is all about, make sure you like our page, you subscribe to our channel, and you stay connected to a community that wants to transform to the way we think, feel, manage, and reach towards financial independence. And until we meet again, continue to live smart, continue to love smart, and be money smart today.